What does the best version of you look like? Like, realistically, think about it. The best version of you 5 years from now shows up today. He's got the life that you want from a career perspective, from a family perspective, from a health and physique perspective. What does he look like as far as what is he wearing? What's his grooming like? How does he present himself to himself and to the rest of the world around him? Visualizations and affirmations are one of those things that, like, top performing athletes, public speakers, and the woo woo girlies really have had figured out for a long time. And it's something that more of us, myself included, need to be jumping on. If you think about this, like Josh Kerr, the guy who just broke 3:42 for a minute, like for a mile, insanely fast. And I love that what he did is that he went through this manifestation process, this visualization of, I did this, I did this, I have already arrived. The person that I am is already that person, even to the point where, like, his ice baths were timed for that amount of time. It's crazy how well this works. And the real power in this is having the identity of somebody who has already arrived as opposed to somebody who is trying to or striving to arrive. I've experimented with this as a dad or on dates or at the gym or at work, where it's not this constant pressure of, like, okay, if I want to get to this level, what are all of the things that I have to do in order to get there? So much as, if I am already a person who is just naturally by default at this level, then what are the things that I would normally do that are just kind of an inherent extension of that person? How does that version of Tanner show up as a dad or as a business owner or on a date or at the gym? And way too many of us miss out on the power of visualization when it comes to the way that we dress ourselves, what our clothing, what our grooming is, because you can imagine what this ideal version of you is and ask yourself, okay, that guy, what's his relationship with his appearance? How does he dress? Does he like to dress up? Does he like to keep it simple? Does he like a lot of variety and expression? Does he like to keep things simple? What about his grooming? Does he like the sovereignty of longer hair? Does he like something that's more clean cut because it conveys more discipline? And then you can start to dress that way and groom yourself that way as a way of just naturally becoming and showing up of as that better version of yourself. And when you don't do that, then what happens is you keep reinforcing. It's like pumping the brakes while you're trying to hit the gas at the same time, because every time you see yourself, you're reinforcing the old identity, that version of you that has not arrived yet. Whereas if you start to dress in a way that is exemplary of the man who has already arrived, then you start to believe that more and more about yourself, and you naturally become that person.